wanted to talk about today is actually kind of interesting. And that is that there have been circulating on Amazon some videos showing different types of matcha products containing metal elements. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that our brand, Matcha DNA, is tested rigorously by independent third-party labs for lead, heavy metals, impurities of any kind, and we do that regularly. So I can give you absolute assurance that our teas are the purest out there. Now, if you were a competitor, and I'm not saying that you are, but if you were a competitor and you wanted to have somebody put a video that would be very disconcerting about somebody else's product, you might want to experiment with magnets. So I'm running that same experiment here. I've got a very powerful magnet, as you can see, and this is what I'm going to do. Just so you can see, this is a very strong magnet, picks up actual metal particles, right? So now I just ordered 3 bags of the latest Matcha DNA. I've got it in the tins, I've got it in everything. And so what's going to happen here is I'm going to put the magnet in the tea and we're going to see what's going to happen. And I've got some comments about this. I've run this experiment before. So now I'm opening up Matcha DNA, grabbing my trusty magnet, and I'm going to put it in there. Okay, so you can see it's kind of the magnet's going in there, and then we pull it up, and oh my God, look at this. It's sticking to the magnet. That means it must be metal in the tea. Or is it? If you actually look at the magnet, any kind of powder would stick to this. Why? Because it's a function of how fine the particles are, and of another feature, static electricity, something that's shocking to a lot of people. So my point is this: if you can actually see on the tip of the magnet, right, you've got stuff sticking. Now we're going to do this experiment with something that we know is not magnetic. Now that just wiped right off the magnet. Okay, so we're going to do the same experiment with a bamboo spoon. Look at that. It's sticking to the bamboo spoon. Doesn't even need a magnet. So I'm going to put the bamboo spoon in here, dip it around nicely, and you'll notice that the fine particles of matcha actually stick to the bamboo spoon. This experiment, these videos that you see that people are making are fake. They're fraudulent. It is competitors who want to say that their matcha is better. So what they will do is they will go and they will do some completely nonsensical experiment, like putting magnets inside a fine powder. And then when you see the particle sticking to the magnet, you think, oh my God, it must be metal. There's metal in my matcha. Our product, Matcha DNA, is one that I have tested over the course of many, many years. I drink this myself. My family drinks this tea. Everybody that comes over to the house gets this tea. And it is one of the purest matcha teas out there on the planet. We've got several different variations. I'm most excited recently about our flavored matchas, which are amazing under the Matcha DNA brand as well. But my point to you is this: don't believe the hype. The experiments you see on the internet aren't real. It's competitors trying to fool you using weird competitive tactics that don't really mean anything. Most matcha tea, I should mention too, actually grows in one of 2 places. So matcha tea either comes from China or it comes from Japan. In fact, almost all of it. There's a small amount that comes from Korea and a very small amount that comes from Vietnam. And the Chinese matcha, I believe, is every bit as good as the Japanese matcha. And I'm going to make some videos explaining this to you. We will be releasing a Japanese matcha version of matcha DNA just because we have a lot of people requesting that. And that's really, in my opinion, a flavor profile type situation. But as far as the health benefits of matcha, the nutrition benefits of matcha, you really get way more for your money when it comes to Chinese matcha. Now look, I'm taking the end of the magnet here. This is actually not magnetized. That is magnetized. And I'm putting it in the matcha. Oh my God, look at that. It's sticking. So don't fall prey to these stupid tactics that people do on the internet. And do your own research. For anybody who wants to look at our certificates, our reports and results, we do make them public on matchadna.com. You can go on there. We have all the testing and independent third-party analysis and certificates on there. So take a look at it. This isn't just a product that someone's making to sell on Amazon. We live and love this product deeply. I've been selling this stuff since 2010. We've got relationships, close relationships with the people who farm these products, and we make absolutely sure that they stay pristine. So please join us. Enjoy a nice cup of matcha tea. If you use it in your smoothies and baking and your supplements like I do, I make a supplement shake, I put them in, it's fantastic. So something to give a shot. Okay.